May Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manovishnam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं तदिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी चारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतसे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये पाञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So before we begin, it would be very good if some of you can revise whatever we have done in 2-3 minutes. The 10th chapter, whatever you remember of the 10th chapter, and then we'll go ahead. If some points you all remember of for 2-3 minutes, we'll do revision. Yes, Prue, anyone like to volunteer to share some points? Any one of you would like to share something that you remember out of? Nothing. Nothing you all remember of 10th chapter or what?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hmm.
Yeah, so Prabhuji, especially in last week, we have discussed that Arjuna was already knowing so much about Krishna, but still he wants to know more. But this is not referring that Arjuna has still doubt. Actually, Arjuna asking more because of love. Because if we love someone, we want to know more and more about them. And Arjuna was asking for others also so that others can get better understanding of Lord. So that's why Arjuna is again asking about the vibhutis of Krishna. And Prabhuji, you also told that people may think that if God only do everything, then what is the matlab, scientific progress ही रुक जाएगा. This is the thinking of
Hmm.
atheist, but devotees does not think in that way. Devotees think that if God only do everything, how does He do everything? So they want to know more and more about God because of their love.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, right.
and you also told Prabhu ji that this is not just intellectual curiosity, intellectual titillation. This curiosity is for spiritual knowledge. The curiosity of Arjuna. And you also tell
Yeah,
that
yes.
one will never be satiated even after repeatedly hearing about Krishna. That is the speciality about hearing Krishna Katha. And you said that we should hear with three qualities: faith, attention, and respect for the speaker.
Hmm. Yeah, right. Thank you. Yes, you can. Yeah, now you have changed your name to your initiated name. So Prabhu has been initiated between our last class and this class by His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. So we'll have a loud Hari Bol for him. Hari Bol,
Devo.
Hari Bol.
Devo.
Yeah, yes, Prabhu. Anyone like to share something more?
Yes, Prabhuji. When we hear, when envious people hear that Lord does everything in material and spiritual world, that is curiosity stopper for them. But when devotees hear, then it increases the curiosity more and more. know about that.
Yeah, it's a curiosity trigger for the devotee. Yes. One last one, any devotee, one more. That's the last one.
Prabhuji, you you were telling about the vibhutis of the Lord. Like sometimes people may confuse that the vibhutis are worshipable. So like we were discussing with some examples that like if like Indra is also like one of the vibhutis and many other vibhutis are there. So if people start worshipping vibhutis, then it's not the worship of Krishna directly. So one has to understand this thing very carefully that he is a Krishna behind all these vibhutis, and one should not be confused between the like worshipping of vibhutis and worshipping of direct Krishna.
We should not consider vibhutis to be as Krishna. Yeah, that's the opulence of the Lord being exhibited over there. Okay, thank you. So then I'll show you some verses from Chaitanya Charitamrita where this aspect that Krishna can't be understood. He's so magnanimous, he's so great, he's so vast, and he's not understood by anyone. He's been shared, by Krishna Kaviraj Goswami. Sorry, in the CC Madhya Leela, 21st chapter. So So this is the verse. No, these are the verses. 2, 3 verses we'll see, and then we'll go ahead with our regular discussion of Bhagavad Gita. अनंत वैकुंठ पर व्योमा यार दल श्रेणी सर्वपरि कृष्ण लोक अकरणी कर गणी. Read, one of you.
The shape of the spiritual sky is compared to a lotus flower. The topmost region of that flower is called the whole, and within that whole is Krishna's abode. The petals of the spiritual lotus flower consist of many Vaikuntha planets.
Hmm. हे मत सदैश्वर्य स्थान अवतार ब्रह्मा शिव अनंत अंत न पाय जीव को न चार. Read, one of you.
Each Vaikunta planet is full of spiritual bliss, complete opulence and space, and each is inhabited by incarnations. If Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva cannot estimate the length and breadth of the spiritual sky in the Vaikunta planets, how can ordinary living entities begin to imagine them?
So here is what the planet of the Lord, the abode of the Lord. This is very difficult. Now he says about here. को वेत्ति भुमान भगवान परात्मन योगेश्वरो अतिर्भवता त्रिलोक्यम क्व वा कथम वा कति वा कदेति विस्तारयं विदसि योगमायम्. Yeah. Please read, one of you.
O Supreme Great One, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Super Soul, Master of all mystic power, your pastimes are taking place continuously in these worlds, but who can estimate where, how, and when you are employing your spiritual energy and performing your pastimes? No one can understand the mystery of these activities.
So there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and he is present innumerably at different places, and what pastime is very difficult to. Now he says about his personality. Hey Mata Krishnera Divya Sadgunananta Brahma Shiva Sanakadi Napaya Yara Anta.
The spiritual qualities of Krishna are also unlimited. Great personalities like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the four Kumaras cannot estimate the spiritual qualities of.
अरे is it ब्रह्मा शिव सनक आदि ना पाया यार अंत. क्या चीज का अंत नहीं पाया उन्होंने? कृष्णेर दिव्य सद्गुण अनंत. So the Shadgunas and the Satgunas, the spiritual qualities which the Lord has is Ananta. Even they can't. So and then he quotes the verse also from Srimad Bhagavatam. Guna Gunatmana te gunan vimatum हित्वावतीर्णस्य क ईशरेयस्य कालेन येर्व विमितः सुकल्पे भूपं पंशवः खे मिहिका द्युभाषः.
Translation. In time, great scientists may be able to count all the atoms of the universe, all the stars and planets in the sky, and all the particles of snow. But who among them can count the unlimited transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He descends on the surface of the globe for the benefit of all living entities.
And what metaphors have been said. Even if somebody can count all atoms of the universe, that's impossible. All the stars and planets in the sky, that's impossible. All the particles of snow, impossible. Okay, even if there is impossible thing somebody can do, they can't count the unlimited transcendental qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's what has been said there. Then he says, Brahmadi Rahu Sahasra Vadane Ananta Nirantara Gaya Mukhe Napaya Guneranta.
To say nothing of Lord Brahma, even Lord Ananta, who has thousands of heads, cannot reach the end of Lord's transcendental qualities, even though he is continuously chanting their praises.
हाँ. So पहले तो ब्रह्मा शिव जीव के बारे में बोला, अभी यहाँ पे अनंत के बारे में बोल रहे. And the Lord Ananta also can't, with his thousand hours, have not reached the end of chanting of the praises of the Lord. Why? Because his transcendental qualities of the Lord is unlimited. So there's a verse which quotes from there, no, over here, and that also has the same meaning. If I, Lord Brahma, and your elder brother, Narad Muni is saying, I, Lord Brahma and your elder brother, the great saints and sages cannot understand the limits of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is full of various energies. Who else can understand them? Although constantly chanting about his transcendent qualities, the thousand-headed Lord Shesha has not yet reached the end of Lord's activities. So they are sufficient, he goes on ahead, much more. So these are some hints where we can very clearly understand. It is very difficult to comprehend, the Lord. Whatever we comprehend, whatever is comprehensible by His mercy, by the mercy of the previous acharyas, we know that is sufficient for us to awaken love if we are serious enough in comprehending and understanding it and receiving it. So the Lord over here in this 10th chapter, he has already said, I can't speak all my qualities because that is unlimited, is impossible to be end. It is impossible. And in fact, no one verse which in this CC, the series of verses which we were reading, and one of the verses is very amazing verse. He over there he is saying that I'll show you better. Very beautifully he is saying. So till now we have read that the Ananta could not know his, Brahma Shiva can't know him. Uh, and then he says, Sukhdev, okay, let us read one of the verses that's very beautiful. Because this is one has to understand what is the greatness of the Lord. Prakrita aprakrita shrishti kaila ekachane asesha vaikuntha janada ashesha vaikuntha ajanda swa natha shane. Quickly, please keep on reading the
At
translation.
Vrindavan, the Lord immediately created all material and spiritual planets in one moment. Indeed, all of them were created with their predominating deities.
ते मात्र अन्यत्र नाही सुनिये अद्भुत यह रसवन चित हयावधूत.
We do not hear of such wonderful things anywhere else. Simply by one's hearing of those incidents, one's consciousness is agitated and cleansed.
Agitated means Prabhupada explains that his material conception is agitated and his material conception is washed away, is cleansed by hearing. Then he says, Krishna Vatsera Asankheta Sukha Deva Vani Krishna Sangha Kata Gopa Sankhya Nahi Jani. So yes, Sukhdev Goswami, according to that, Krishna has unlimited calves and then no one can count their actual number. And then he, Koti or Buddha, the cowherd was extending. The cowherd boys was tending cows to the extent of Koti, Arbuda, Sankha, and Padma. And Prabhupada says what is Koti, Arbuda, and Sankha and all. So I just want to show you one. This is all this greatness of the Lord. Because somewhere, Lord Brahma has been proved away, he doesn't know. This is a very amazing verse. Janata eva janato kim bahukya name prabho manaso vapuso vacho vaibhavam tava gocharaha. Padhi.
There are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. O my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body, and words.
Brahma ji is saying this. That is beyond what to say about the people. That's what he's saying. Jo bolta hai, I know Krishna, let them speak. They don't know actually Krishna. As far as opulence is Krishna, of yours opulence, specifically now here opulence has been said. That what we are referring to the 10th chapter, the Vibhuti. They are all beyond the reach of the body, mind, and spirits. So Krishna Mahima Rahu Kevatara Gyata Vrindavan Sthana Dekha Asharya Vibhuta. So he says is very difficult. And then uh, he says he says one thing that uh, about that he himself doesn't know that. That is a very good verse. Yeah, this is the verse. This they know. Ahead will come. Ishvara Parama Krishna, then your deities, Vijami. There is a verse which very beautiful says about. This is Vrindavan Dham, Vidodi Vrindavan planet, Vrindavan planet. Anyhow, there's a verse which no, which very beautifully says that the Lord Himself doesn't knows how great is He, how much quality He has. What is the point of saying anybody else will know? So uh, yeah. Anyhow, that verse is maybe down in this chapter is there. It's very beautiful. So I was uh, I was telling you all that this is the shlokas where Brahma ji came to Dwarka and he came to understand that oh Krishna is very very great because the Krishna called all other Brahmas over there at one point and it was very embarrassing for Brahma ji to know that he is the he is one among and probably the most smallest one. So anyhow I know you will get confused if I keep on scrolling away. So and this is this is what has been is one has to understand that one should not try to be like a jnani to try to capture Krishna through his intellect. It's impossible. Through his intellect, we can't capture. We can capture Krishna through our heart for sure. And that's what is the way. Uh, so that's a way actually to understand Krishna through the heart, not just through the intelligence. So that we have to be very clear. And this Vibhuti Yoga, no, this Vibhuti Yoga actually is something which makes us understand using our intelligence the greatness of the Lord, and that intelligence, that intellectual understanding, you should make one's heart, submit to Krishna. That's what is the all the sense of what these prayers, which is these are all shlokas which have been spoken over here and which we are going to read. You know, so so that has been spoken actually has the connotation that one has to one has to give one's heart to Krishna. So we'll begin with our regular verses, which we are probably in 10.22 we have done, where Krishna has says Vedanam samsama vedosmi devanam asmi vasvaha indriyanam manaschasmi bhutanam asmi chetana. So this was 10.22, and now we have to begin for 10.23. So let us begin. रुद्राणां शङ्करश्चास्मि वित्तेषो यक्षराक्षसम् वसूनां पावकश्चास्मि शिखरिणम् अहम्. Yeah, please read.
Of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. Of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am the Lord.
Oh, wait. I mean, the Yakshasas and Rakshasas and the Lord of the wealth.
And Lord of the wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And of mountains, I am Meru. Purport. There are 11 of whom Shankara, Lord Shiva, is predominant. He is the incarnation of Supreme Lord in charge of mode of ignorance. The leader of the Yakshas and Rakshasas is Kuvera, the master treasurer of the demigod, and he is a representation of the Supreme Lord. Meru is a mountain famed for its rich natural resources.
Yes. So Krishna is saying that among the Rudras, because there are 11 Rudras, which Brahmaji created, got created from Brahmaji's anger, and so and it is well stated in Bhagavatam. No, their name is also been stated in Bhagavatam actually. This is in the third canto. In the third canto, probably mostly in the 12th chapter. Their name is also being stated over there. So Brahmaji actually says it very clearly over there that Manayor Manur Mahanisho Mahan Chiva Ritadvajaha Ugreta Bhavah Kalo Vamadevo Dritavataha. So my dear Rudra, you have 11 other names. He says 11 other names because the Rudra is born in 11 different features basically. Manyu, Manu, Mahina, Mahinasa, Mahan, Shiva, Ritadvaja, Ugrareta, Bhava, Kala, Vamadeva, and Dhritavata. So Krishna is stating over here, among the Rudras, I am Shiva. So that is why sometimes when we read the scriptures, the Shivji is mentioned. So sometimes the Shivji that what is mentioned is Rudra also, because there are 11 names of Rudras. There are 11 feet, 11 Rudras are there and have so or you say in some features of the Rudra he is known as the Shiva. So that's what Krishna is saying, that among the Rudras I am Lord Shiva, and then he says among the Yakshas, right now I am the Kuver. Kuver is one of the Yaksha. We know it that from Dhruv Maharaj pastime, and then he says of the Vasus I am Agni, because there are 8 Vasus. Where this 8 Vasus name comes through, a name though you might not know, but where the concept, the pastime of 8 Vasus come at least. Hint Mahabharat.
भीष्म पितामह के
Where?
सेक्शन में प्रभु जी.
Yeah, yes. The Ganga Mata actually had got the 8 Vasus, one by one. She was putting back them into the Ganga and transporting them to the heavenly planet. So the Bhishma was one of them who actually was not, because he has one of them. He was also having some kind of history is there that he has to stay back and do the needful to make the Mahabharata happen. So he's saying, so among the 8 Vasus, I am the Lord is saying Agni, because the 8 Vasus are also named as Apa, Dhruva, Shoma, Dharma, Anila, Pavaka, Pratyusha, and Prabhasa. So Krishna is saying, I am Pavaka among the Vasus. And among the peaked mountains, and peaked mountains mean height. Height wise, Meru is the greatest. So that's why Krishna is saying, among the peaked mountains, I am Meru. So it means what? Krishna is very clearly, I am the best of everything, I am the essence of the everything, and the greatest of everything. That's what he's trying to make us understand through his opulence. The best, the essence, and the greatest. Best, no, the best, the best when we say, like one might have a 56 item, and there can be one best item. uh, so that is Krishna. And the greatest means what? Oh, that is in great quantity in terms of, he is there. Among this 56 items, one is being cooked in a great quantity. So he's that greatest also. And also in the 56 item, one may be the essence, that is like the icing on a cake. That menu is there, that is presented at the last. That is also Krishna. So Krishna is the best of everything, essence of everything, by the way, and is the greatest of everything. So that's what over here has been stated over here. So Krishna is saying like that. So next verse. So these are vibhutis. Will go very quick. Nothing much to. It can be shared much, about each one of them. Why Krishna is like that. There are reasons behind it, but not all of them are mentioned by acharyas. But you can hear it, also from Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, and about these each one of them. He speaks in one of the classes in Bon Bhagavad Gita. Uh, So next 24th. Purodhasam cha mukyam mam vidhi partham brihaspatim senanim aham skandah sarasam asmi sagarah. Yeah, please read.
Translation. O priest, O Arjuna, of priests, O Arjuna, know me to be the chief Brihaspati. Of generals, I am Kartikeya, and of bodies of water, I am the ocean. Perfect. Indra is the chief demigod of the heavenly planets and is known as the king of the heavens. The planet on which he reigns is called Indraloka. Brihaspati is Indra's priest, and since Indra is the chief of all kings, Brihaspati is the chief of all priests. And as Indra is the chief of all kings, similarly Skanda or Kartikeya, the son of Parvati and Lord Shiva, is the chief of all military commanders. And of all bodies of water, the ocean is the greatest. These representations of Krishna only give hints of his greatness.
Yeah, yes. So these representatives only gives hints of his greatness. So over here his greatness has been mentioned over here. So Indra Prabhupada Krishna is saying that of all Purodhosham, the Mukhyam Mam, I'm I'm the among all the priests, I'm the Brihaspati. And Prabhupada gives the reason because Indra is the highest personality in a demigod. So he is the of priest. He is the Brihaspati. And you will see other things of the sages. He is something. He will say something else. And so Lord, now over here, if you see, categorization is very very uniquely done. So aware of priest, he is saying. So, somebody can say that why not Shukracharya? Because they are but no, but Shukracharya is known for other reasons. The Lord will categorize him in another reason. So you will see it, even Narada, even Brihaspati over here and Bhrigu. So priest, sage, and demigod sage are different. So Krishna will categorize because he's basically trying to over here to tell that all that what is seems to be very great in this world and is known to you all know it. I am that. So Brihaspati is very famous, so he is very clearly saying, of the priest, Arjuna, know me to be the chief Brihaspati. Now, what does it mean? It doesn't mean that he is Brihaspati is incarnation of the Lord. No. What it means is that Brihaspati's talent of being a priest, or his qualification of a priest is Krishna is saying, I am that. The way he can chant mantras and empower people and do the yajnas, actually, I am that. Not that he is Brihaspati, you know. Like no, so and the same way of the generals, I am Kartikeya. It doesn't mean that now we worship Kartikeya as many people worship, treating him to be the incarnation of the Lord. No, of the generals. So Kartikeya is a general, very great commander, of the military commander. He is a commander for all the demigods actually, army. So he strategizes very well. Military commander's rule is what he strategizes the military position and fighting and everything very properly. So he's saying that that particular art, of a military commander, which is seen in Kartikeya, is Krishna. Is my opulence. Is Krishna means it's my opulence. And of the bodies of water, I am the ocean. So the body of the water looks very nice when it, but sometimes it's very very you can understand its power when ocean actually if you go near the ocean and if you observe the waves, especially in Jagannath Puri, we understand what it means. It's an endless water body, and such a power is there. It's very enormous power. So he's saying of the bodies of water and the ocean. And there's no measurement of there's nobody can measure the depth of the ocean. What was of the width of the ocean? The depth of the ocean itself is not known to the people. Nobody can say this much is the depth over here. No, ocean is is unfathomable. So how can you imagine how much water quantity is there in that? And that's why Krishna is saying, I'm that greatest, the ocean. So so this means weight-wise, the body of the water water is carried most in the ocean. I am that ocean. Now, among the ocean, if he has to say which is, he may say himself. He will say himself to be Pacific Ocean. So, and like that is the. So over here is sometimes sometimes the great is being spoken over here, and sometimes the best is spoken over here. These two things are over here. Essence is not spoken over here in the 10th chapter. So Krishna is very clearly stating it that I am, and I am among the sages, among the priests, I am Brihaspati. Among the also he is saying that among the military commanders, I am Kartikeya, and among the water bodies, I am in the ocean. So he is that's what has been stated over here. The next verse he says about about Bhrigu Muni. So these three things I will tell you in the last. What does it? How Krishna is categorizing it? Maharishi. Three things means the Brihaspati, Bhrigu, and Narada. Maharshinam Bhrigur Aham Yamasmi Eka Aksharam Yagyanam Yagyanam Japo Yagyasmi Stavaranam Himalayah.
Translation of the great sages, I am Bhrigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Purport. Brahma, the first living creature within the universe, created several suns for propagation of various kind of species. Among these suns, Bhrigu is the most powerful sage. Of all the transcendental vibration, Om, Omkar, represents Krishna. Of all the sacrifices, the chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. Sometimes animal sacrifices are recommended, But in the sacrifices of Hare Krishna, there is no question of violence. It is the simplest and the purest. Whatever is sublime in the world is representation of Krishna. Therefore, the Himalayas, the greatest mountains in the world, also represent him. The mountain named Meru was mentioned in previous verse, but Meru is sometimes movable, whereas the Himalayas are never movable. Thus, the Himalayas are greater than Meru.
Yeah. So now Krishna is stating over here that I'm Bhrigu. Of the great says I'm Bhrigu. So now somebody may say, why Bhrigu? Why not Narada? And so because Bhrigu is also the son of Narada, son of Brahma, and is also Narada is also. Why not he? So uh, so Bhrigu actually, because Bhrigu Muni is the uh, is over here been said as the greatest in the sense of no Narada will be categorized in the next one. Krishna speak Narada as a among sages among the demigods. So he considers him to be one. He categorizes him to be as a demigod. Over here is a general sages, but his Bhrigu is not a general sage. We know that is because of being son of Brahma and being very intelligent. Bhrigu Muni was only chosen, right? Na? To decide who among the three is the greatest. So the Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, all the sages together. I'm audible, na? Clearly audible.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes,
Okay,
Prabhuji.
okay. So Bhrigu was only counted, na? Was sent that you only go. No, nobody was ready to go and test who among the three is the greatest. So no, so they chose him because he was very intelligent. So in that respect, in that sages, they Narada is a sage who knows Krishna to be supreme very well. But these sages were great sages, but not knowing who is the supreme. Among them, he was a chief. He was chosen as a chief. That is why over here Krishna is saying, among the sages, I am Devu. And being very intelligent. Uh, you know. So, and Bhrigu Muni, actually Krishna himself respects him because the footprint of the Bhrigu Muni is always on the chest of the Lord till now. So so Bhrigu Muni actually is the sage among the Brahmanas, a very great sage. So he's over here. And Lakshmi Ji actually cursed the entire Brahmana race, uh, because of the Bhrigu Muni's ill behavior, apparently ill behavior with the Lord. So yeah, the curse of Lakshmi Ji is also goes to the general Brahmanas, not to the Vaishnava Brahmanas, because they are not in that category. We can say it. Uh, anyhow, so over here is when Krishna is stating these three qualities over here is that he's among the sage and the Bhrigu, and then he says about the japa. No? There are many ways of chanting the holy name. No, or we say of many sacrifices because yajñosmi, right? No? The japa yajna nam japo yajñosmi. Among all the type of yajnas that is done, and see, please understand, this is not just been stated for Kali Yuga. Krishna is not speaking Bhagavad Gita just for Kali Yuga, it's forever. So in all ages, the method of deliverance, the prominence is of the holy name only. Has been stated at one place. The prominences of the holy name only, different holy names may be chanted, like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You know, some people also chant in the previous ages, Chan or Mushtid, something like that. In Dwapar Yuga, that mantra was there. You know, Chan or Mushtid Mardanam. That is very famous, shloka, which many people, even till now today, they sing. So, but no, so But the people of those ages were were so capable that they used to feel what to say about this chanting. No, only this chanting will help me. No, something else also we have to do. So they added, oh, chalo. Then you do deity worship, along with the deity you do chanting. Then you do, yajna, you do, along with that you do chanting. You know, so you do, meditation, along with that you do chanting. Do tapasya, and you chant and you meditate. So in all these processes, the chanting of the holy name is only the greatest. And all the sacrifices that is done in that, the chanting of the holy name is the prominent. So over here, that's why Krishna is saying, among all the sacrifice is what? What is sacrifice? Sacrifice is nothing but actually, see the essence of the fire sacrifice is not lightening a fire, but actually to lighten the fire within. And so what is that within fire? The fire of selflessness. So when that selflessness is actually aggravated in one's heart, once one heart is cleansed, so externally in a sacrifice, one has to sacrifice his gross objects which is dear to him. No? Like we have heard that the kings would do sacrifice and they would led in charity, uh, cows, gold, and all those things. So they're very dear to the people. Like the land, cow, gold is the wealth. Is the wealth in the Vedic culture, and in today time also that's the real wealth. Purpose is to say na, and these all has to be दान में देना पड़ता था, charity in the time of sacrifice. So what was very dear, the very gross object was also given. And but still within a heart somebody may be holding, but his heart may not be so selfless. His maybe has impurity, because there may be many reasons, with many material reasons the person may be performing sacrifice. So that is also is that heart purification happens through the chanting of the holy name. And even and even the fire sacrifice, the offering which has been done is accepted by the Lord if the mantra is chanted properly. So the mantra is the name of the Lord. So that is why one has to remember, among all the all the yagyas, the yagya of japa is, because that's also a yagya, and is the greatest. That's what has been stated very clearly over here. Actually, once Prabhupada, there was one devotee, his proper disciple, Charu Prabhu, you can say. So, no, not Charu, Harish Prabhu, sorry. Yeah. So during one of the morning walk, Harish Prabhu, and Harish Prabhu was stating this, that there was one Akshayananda Swami that time. So during one of the morning walks, this Akshayananda Swamiji, Anjali Swami, he was asking some verification for our standard of chanting japa, you know, uh, some shastric verification basically. Uh, so basically he was asking where 16 round has been written and all those. So he was asking to Prabhupada that you have told us that when you tell us to chant 16 round, we accept that figure in perfect faith. But and you are the acharya. But if we want to be convinced others, we need some shastric reference for these 16 round where you have or the number of names. So Prabhupada Prabhupada's answer was no. In the Shastras, it is not said like that. It is said Sankhya Purvaka. So Prabhupada's answer was that Sankhya Purvaka Naam you chant. You must fix up a numerical strength, whatever you can, and but I have fixed up 16 down, and you do it. So Akshananda Swami confirmed, that's all we can do. Then Prabhupada smiled, yes, no, but that is also very difficult for you. And Akshananda Swami actually laughed, yes, that's very also difficult. Prabhupada then he said that Haridas Thakur was chanting 3 lakhs name. It is not possible. You don't try to imitate, but whatever you fix up, I have given you, that what you do. So although so why here is stated like that, we chant a 16 round chanting holy name, and that has to be considered the greatest yajna, the greatest japa. Over here, the japa is the greatest yajna. Anyhow, Krishna is saying, and for us, chanting 16 round is something which is very very vital. Because Prabhupada is saying there is, although we quote that verse, that 25,000 names anybody who's chanting every day throughout his life is an eligible candidate for going to Vaikuntha. Yeah, that is truth. And that is a verse which is, but Prabhupada over here is not quoting that verse of Padma Puran. I feel that the verse of Padma Puran probably. He's not quoting, he's saying Shastric reference is Sankhya Purva. And then some other time he says, right? Satatam, Satatam, what is this? Tesham Satata Yuktanam, Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. So one has to Satatam, you know. These two things which generally Prabhupada would answer. Prabhupada would not answer that verse of 25,000 name to be chanted. And so but Prabhupada is saying, I have told you 16 or that much you do at least. So because our going to the Krishna's kingdom is not just in our hand. In our hand is to try. Is try means one has to practice sincerity. Sincerity is our part, but mercy is not our part. That will come to the degree we are sincere enough to follow the great devotees like Prabhupada. So when that is done, this yagya which is done as a japa yagya of chanting Hare Krishna, which Prabhupada is writing in this purport, of his, oh, is is not just the greatest yagya, of this world, which gives us some merits, some pious merits. Oh, it awards us in the Vaikuntha, and not just Vaikuntha, also Goloka. And Prabhupada is over here saying the chanting of the Hare Krishna is the greatest of all sacrifice because it's the purest representation of Krishna. Because over here there's no violence. So and sometimes animal sacrifice are recommended in sacrifice, but in the sacrifice of Hare Krishna there's nothing. And also there's nothing you have to pay for. It's all free. Anytime it can be chanted, and the benefit is immense. What the general any sacrifice, Ashwamedh, yagya, whatever yagya you have heard for, can't award love of God. So no, that's why he's saying. So among all the japa, among all the yagyas, and the japa yagya is the greatest. And then Sthavaranam Himalaya. Sthavaranam Himalaya. Among immovable, great big things, massive things, I'm Himalaya. Among height wise is a Meru. Among immovable is the uh, is the Himalaya. That's what he's saying. So then next he says about the horse. We'll recite that. And Ashwastha Sarvavakshana Devarishinaam cha Naradaha Gandharvanam Chitrartha Siddhanam Kapilo Munihi. Padi.
Of all trees, I am the banyan tree, and of all the sages among the demigods, I am Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha, and among perfected beings, I am the sage Kapila. Purport.
Yeah, please read.
The banyan tree is one of the highest and most beautiful trees, and people in India often worship it as one of their daily
Sorry,
morning
sir.
rituals. Narada.
Uh, your sound is breaking, Tejasru.
Amongst the demigods, they also worship Narad, who is considered the greatest devotee in the universe. Thus, he is the representation of Krishna as a devotee. The Gandhar planet is filled with entities who sing beautifully, and among them, the best singer is Chitraratha. Among the perfect living entities, Kapila, the son of Devuti, is a representative of Krishna. He is considered as an incarnation of Krishna, and his philosophy is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Later, and another Kapil became famous, but his philosophy was in line with Krishna consciousness.
audible, Prabhu? My sound is breaking right now.
You're audible, Prabhuji.
It's audible,
Uh,
Prabhuji.
okay. So no, so over here now, few things since over here Narada has come. So that's why I told to you. And over there among the sages, Narada, and over here also the sages among the demigods. So the Bhrigu is the sages among the jivas of this world, and means human being, and the sages among the demigods is Narada. So he's categorizing. When he's saying I'm the best, I'm the greatest in each category. So and then among the trees, the banyan tree. So surely over here one can say banyan tree is the people tree that you see big giant trees. So and so somebody may say why not redwood trees which are very giant? Redwood trees is giant for sure. But over here Krishna is saying the banyan tree. So among the pious trees, the trees which is coming from the so there are specific categories of trees, in which Krishna is saying of all the trees I'm the banyan tree. So not in the general sense among all the trees. Banyan tree is very famous is for his great strength, and strength in the sense of not of his wood but of the size, and also because it's worshipped. Why it is worshipped? Because it is considered to be considered to be a heavenly tree. So among them, there is no specific reason among these are heaven there because five trees are comes from the heaven. Why only people? The banyan tree is being considered over here. So and then he says that I am Narada and then Chitrartha because he's a no, Chitrartha story. Anybody knows also that comes in Mahabharata.
No, bro.
Chitrartha.
प्रभु जी
Anyone?
वही चित्रार्थ प्रभु जी वही गंधर्व है क्या जो कर्ण को उठा के ले जाते, दुर्योधन को ले जाते और बाद में युधिष्ठिर महाराज बचाते हैं?
Mm-hmm. Actually,
आई थिंक
no. Chitrartha is actually no. Also, his name comes somewhere else also in terms of the story which comes in Mahabharata. Actually, this was the same who was cursed also because he was doing something garbar. Uh, as per I remember, no, he was doing something garbar in the sense that uh, just a minute, just a minute. somebody is somebody is trying to. Hmm. So no, uh, he is very famous in that way that he used to sing very beautifully, and he was cursed because he was singing some duet song. You know, it comes in Adi Parva basically. So Chitrartha also had a battle with. Chitrartha has an encounter with Arjuna. When Pandavas are traveling to Draupadi, they came to Ganga in the Khandava forest, and Chitrartha wanted to use the river for his celestial rituals, and he objected the Pandavas being there. So then, over there also there was some kind of encounter has happened, and Chitrartha only advises, and many of them actually die. Many other Pandavas they die. They don't follow Chitrartha. Then Chitrartha actually only asked the questions to Rishi Maharaj, and then in fact all others were also released. Chitrartha actually is a very powerful Gandharva who could even actually uh, because the Pandavas didn't hear heard him, they all died on while drinking water. So that like that is why Krishna is saying among the Gandharvas I am the Chitrartha. So over here, each category has been mentioned, and then Kapila. No, Kapila among the perfected beings. Now, among the general human being over here is not the rishi, the sage also. It's not been because Kapila Muni, the son of Kardama, he has come he's the incarnation of the Lord. But as a general human being is been stated away among the perfected who are called Siddhana, the Siddhas. I am the Kapila, who has perfected his life. So he is not the atheistic Kapila, he is a theistic, the son of Kardama, which has been said over here. Any questions, Prabhu?
Uh, Prabhuji, you said that we worship banyan tree, and in 64 regulative principle also one regulative principle is that we should worship banyan tree. Is it because Krishna says I am banyan tree, that's why we worship him, Prabhuji?
Yes, actually, that's why I'm saying I'm not very clear with it because Krishna is saying, sure, surely they may be over there. What is the devotional side? Because in our Prabhupada never told us to worship banyan tree or any tree except the Tulsi plant. We don't worship it. So, what is the reason behind it? Some of other may be knowing. There may be some other reason. I also don't know. One thing is that people mainly they go अपना बहुत सारा मन्नत मांगना and they जो भी मन्नत मांगते हैं वो धागा बांधते हैं वहाँ पे. They do with that people tree. You might have seen. Now many red colored thread will be around the people tree's trunk. Wherever the people tree you see. People worship it.
Or
What's the
even Vata
reason behind?
Purnima is also
What?
done on banyan tree. Right?
Yeah, yes. What is the specific reason? I don't know the story about it. Or anyone knows about it? Okay,
It was related to Sati only, I guess, something like that,
okay.
in
I
order to
don't know about
protect
in
their
order to
Swami,
protect. Acha.
their master. So they actually do parikrama. And scientific reason, actually, I also researched at initial level. So the diseases that Matajis do have now, it gets eradicated when they do parikrama because some type of oxygen and some type of chemicals are released by banyan tree. Something I heard that.
God knows. God knows. Surely Krishna has not spoken that I'm the banyan because of that. There may be some very
Yes,
special
Prabhuji.
reason. Okay. Any other question you have? Anyone to? Because I need to end. Okay, bro. Sorry, I end early bit. Tomorrow I'll go till 8:15 for sure. And you'll be happy actually. Class ends early, everyone's happy. So, so anyway, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the class.